All right, guys, just wanted to touch base with you. Again, welcome to the page Burrows Motivation. Welcome to the YouTube channel Burrows Motivation. Definitely, if this is your first time being on the page, definitely like, share, subscribe, and definitely give a little bit of comments. Feedback is always good for me because that way I know if my message is impacting you, if it is of value to you, of use to you. And if you know anybody that could benefit from these messages or from any of the previous messages, feel free to share that as well to them. And guys, definitely, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. So with all that's going on in this world right now, there's just a lot going on. Definitely getting into my groove, the work from home thing, and getting used to that. But at the same time, there's a lot of people being affected by this. With the news coming down the pipeline, different loans that you can take as business owners and stuff like that to get back on your feet or to at least take care of things. Some people are finding success in that. Some people are not. With the stimulus checks arriving this week, some people are finding benefit in that. Some people are not. One of the things that I like to express is the fact that, okay, your situation is the way that it is. And, this is now a brick wall that's in front of you. Everybody knows that every wall has a weak spot. If there's been any load put on that wall, there's some type of weak spot. And it's your job to find it. Now, take that wall down. Okay? Just go at it, hammer at it, find that weak spot, and get through that wall. That might be finding another opportunity. So if you were working in one field, you're now possibly going to be working in a different field, different job, different aspect, different type of business altogether. Who knows? But it's not for you to just sit and just stew in the fact that everything that you've known up to this point has come to an end. Okay. With how things went with 9/11, our lives changed. With Y2K, our lives changed. Everything is due to change, but in every change or every opportunity of change, there's an opportunity of growth. With every challenge, there's a seed of a greater benefit. And from that, you will grow and thrive into a different person. You will meet different challenges, but from who you are and where you're going, will determine how you move past it, how you really just move past it. So a lot of people, I have a good friend of mine who, and I'm going to reference him. I'll let him know later that I'm referencing him, but he'll know if he watches the video, that it works in the car rental world. And of course, just like everybody else, was let go. On the backside, he had a detailing business that he had going for him. Where does he shift his focus from? The car rental to his own business. A lot of people are in that situation where you might be working something else and you have a passion that you enjoy and you love. Now is the opportunity to work that passion. Now is the opportunity to make that your forefront. You might have some stuff coming in from unemployment, or you may have some disability, or whatever your situation is. You may have to find another job. Here's the funny thing about finding another job. I just had this thought earlier, is that if you find another job with your attitude and your go-gettingness and you're willing to work and work hard, who knows? You might turn that part-time gig or that job that you have to keep things afloat for you now as your mainstay. You never know. There's this thing that I learned many years ago in church. It was called with grow where you're planted. Grow where you're planted, and that's something that needs to be remembered these days, because we don't know where we're going to be cast to. We don't know where our efforts are going to get cast to. So you might as well, wherever you hit, start taking root. Start taking root. Figure it out. This is an opportunity. Like I said, if you have a part-time job, you never know. You might end up with a grocery store. You might end up, who knows, at a fast food place. If I told you how many underwhelming jobs that I had in the midst of growing through my challenges, you'd be amazed, from being freaky fast and delivering subs or just working as a janitor or cleaning banks. And I've done so many things, but who knows where it's going to lead you. If you go in with the right mindset, you know what? I have to do what I have to do now, but this is not my focus. This is my bridge over troubled water. It's not meant to keep you down. It's just meant for you to, to connect the two sides. And if it becomes something more, then make it something more. If it's an opportunity that's there, it's going to show itself. And in my situation, it was an opportunity that was showing itself. And for what was being offered, it wasn't what I wanted, but it pushed me to do more in what I was doing. And that was in, getting involved in the insurance world. And that's what I took it for. So if you end up, working at a grocery store or something like that, who knows? The manager might see that you hustle and you grind and, and all this craziness and the shakeup and the adjustments. Instead of being just a worker, maybe you'll end up being a manager. Maybe you'll be a store manager or assistant manager, whatever. Don't sneeze on the grocery store. Those guys make money. Same thing, Home Depot or even let's say a fast food chain or something like that. Most people are like, forget that. I ain't doing it. I was like, yeah, forget that. I'm going to go make this money so I can take care of my responsibilities and hustle while on the backside, when on my off time, I'm doing the stuff that I want to do that I know that will advance me to where I want to go. And, who knows? They might look at you and say, hey, you know what? This guy's pretty sharp. He comes from a advertising background. Why the heck is he working in a fast food joint? Because you want to make money for your family. That's why. And maybe they see your talents and maybe they see your abilities, and maybe that individual passes on your knowledge and your expertise in whatever profession that you had before to some higher ups. And then now, you know what? They keep you on, give you a little bit more responsibilities with the hope of maybe you being a district manager for, 4 or 5 different stores. Okay. District managers, fast food restaurants, they make money. Just saying. This is something that you have to look at the negative, recognize it for what it is, and move on to the positive. Nobody's saying deny what's going on. Yeah, it's happening. How are you going to overcome it? What are you doing to take responsibility of the situation that's in front of you right now? If you're waiting for if you're waiting for somebody to come in and rescue you and take advantage, help you out of it, there's only going to be so much help that's going to be given before you have to take the reins and deal with it on your own. Because if you leave the control in somebody else's hands, whatever destination they want to take you to, they will. And it doesn't mean you're going to like it. It's just the destination because you put the responsibility on them and they have different plans for you. Well, if their plan doesn't match up with your plan, you might be kind of pissed off once you get to where they drop you off at. It might be here. It might be in California. It might be in the middle of New Mexico. It might be Tupelo, Mississippi. Who knows? If you take control, if you own your position, if you own your situation, then you have a little bit of control. You have control of how far and how fast this thing it takes you. A friend of mine, Ronnie Palmer, used to say in presentations back in the day, the publisher's clearinghouse van ain't coming. Stop looking for somebody else to take care of your situation for you. They're not going to take care of your family and you the way that you can take care of your family and you. So do what you need to do, knuckled up, and get ready to throw some punches because you're going to fight for your position. It's not going to be given to you. You're going to fight for everything from this point going forward. And I'm not talking, knock down people, good people, and step over their dead bodies. I'm talking about get some intestinal fortitude and grind. Go after what you want. Do the things that you want that's going to benefit your family. Okay. How do you overcome these things? We got teachers teaching from home while they're trying to teach their own kids in homeschooling. We have just all kinds of insane stuff happening right now. Okay. Let's look at it. There's going to be a teacher. I guarantee this. There's going to be a teacher that's taking this work from home stuff and going to parlay it into a college or some course or some training course that they're able to learn and do from their own home. They don't have to go back to a public teaching or anything like that. They're going to do it in the private world. There's going to be lots of people that are going to bounce back from this and start tutoring companies. There's going to be lots of people who are going to bounce back from this and start coaching companies, coaching businesses. If you're a website designer, and for an individual like me that are on the come up, or small businesses, now is the time to get in those markets and get your face in front of these people, because they're the ones that are going to help you. They're going to help you build their business, their business. And they're going to help, you're going to help them build their business, because they're going to put you in a position where once this thing opens up and we go back to some portion of normality, you will be able to hit the ground running. You're not going to have to worry about, okay, where are we at? Let's get back and try to figure out where we were and what we had on the plate. No, you're taking care of business now and you're moving forward. That's the type of attitude that you need to take with this. Yeah, this sucks for everybody. I get it. But I will not go peacefully into that darkness. I refuse. It ain't happening. I've been there before. Yeah, it sucked. It was really crappy. But at the same time, I kept focused on who I am, whose I am, and where I'm going, regardless of what was going on around me. When I didn't have a job, my job was to find a job. When I had a job, my job was to work it to the best of my ability, beyond their expectation. I'm going to make them see who I am, and I'm going to make them put me in a different position, because what I'm doing is so not me. So I'm going to work myself out of it. I remember back in the day when I lived in Virginia, I had a station manager. I worked for UPS. I had a station manager come up to me after I came back from one of my delivery shifts. I was just a seasonal driver. And she came up and said, she looked at my, apparently when I was gone and stuff like that, she was looking at my numbers, looking at my stats, looking at what I was doing. And she came up to me afterward. I was putting the truck away and getting everything situated to go home and clock out. She's like, what are you doing here? I was like, I took me back a little bit. I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing here? I'm here to try to get my hustle on, to make a better life for my family. And you know what? If that means I have to start at the bottom of a company and work my way up, then I'll do that. But I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. Have that mentality of, when I walk in, I'm going to own it. I'm going to own this situation. I'm going to own this job. I'm going to own this position. But so many people are like, you owe me, you owe me, you owe me. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. You have to do more for me. No, do more for yourself. If the situation you're in is not acceptable, figure something else out. Nobody is going to give you anything. If they do, great, 100%. It's a wonderful thing, but you still got to hustle. You still got to grind. You still got to do what you got to do. If getting your head screwed on straight to get through this process means you have to talk to somebody, allow them to help you see your talents. You don't want to take the talents that God gave you and squander them. You don't want them to take those things away from you. Use them, double down. I only got this, and this. I need to figure out another way I can make this happen. But I'm not going to just sit on them because this is all I have. This is all you have. Invest everything. Take your last cup of water, pump it, pour it down that well in the pump in the desert, and start priming that pump and getting that water flowing. There's going to be a lot of activity right now that you're going to do that you're not going to see the results from. But it's not about the now. It's about the later. It's about putting forth the effort now in order to get later. I firmly said, man, when I was sitting in that car, in that parking lot of that church in California, and I was homeless, I often said, God, if you get me through this, I swear I am going to make sure that I share with your people what you did for me. And that's what I'm doing. He brought me out of that, and I just had to hustle. Pray as it's up to you, or as it's up to God, and work as if it's up to you. Pray as it's up to God, put it in God's hand, but work like it's all your responsibility. And because if you don't work, you can do all the praying in the world, and having faith is a wonderful thing, but faith without works is dead. And you can't steer a ship that's parked at the dock. and tied up. You ain't going anywhere. You might have the wheels turning. You might have everything going. You might, but you're not going anywhere because the ship is tied up to the dock. I'd rather be moving and have somebody course correct me than have to try to breathe life into me. There's so many things that you can do. And I just wish that you just look within yourself and find whatever it is that you're passionate about and turn it into your job. Turn it into your job. If you're getting unemployment, take advantage of that unemployment check and work on your business. Take advantage of what your company might be doing for you. Do what you have to do for them, but work on the things that give you control. So I'm hoping that this message will root into somebody's heart and that you'll find the positive message here. And in all of it, that you see that God is still with you. If you're waking up every single day, that means God's not done with you yet. If you're waking up every single day with a little bit of despair, but a lot of hustle, God's not done with you yet. That just means you've got some work to do. Don't run off and do anything stupid. Get yourself separated from your family. Don't run off and do anything stupid that's going to get you thrown in jail. Don't run off and do anything stupid that's going to bring dishonor to yourself or your family or your kids. Don't do that. Just look within yourself. If you have a spouse, if you have some friends, pull together, pray, work, grind, do the right things for the right reasons, and everything else will fall into place. If you want to be better, do better. If you want to do better, be better. If you have somewhere you want to go, know that the person you are right now will have to grow into that. That means you got to change. Change is not always a bad thing. Kind of hurts sometimes, but it's not always a bad thing. But I'll definitely tell you, it's worth it in the end. Again, thanks for visiting my page. Thanks for visiting the channel, Burrows Motivation. We post Tuesdays, Thursdays, and we do a live stream on Saturdays. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And definitely share the videos, comment, and subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe. Definitely. And we will definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Again, coming up on Saturday, we do a live stream, so that's going to be the next one. But guys, I'm super excited for what's to come. I know there's a lot of craziness going on, but I don't look for man for my validity or to validate me. I look to God. And if you can do that, you can have a positive outlook as well. Thanks a lot.